All this time you have all this time you have been on my mind, and all the reasons why we're still in love. Days go by, flowers they bloom and die, all the while you and I, we're still in love. You make my dreams come alive, you make my whole world alright. You're always there, wanting the best for me. I think it's clear to see we're still in love. My best friend holding my hand again until the very end. We're still in love.
Me up here. Hello, hello. Good morning, H. Davis. You're not here anymore, but excuse me. I'm sorry. I have been offline for weeks because I have had this, whatever this crud is going around. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not out here looking for sympathy, but I was diagnosed last week with skin cancer. I have it. You can see my nose is red, and over here I have a spot here, and down here I have a spot. In April, they're going to remove all that, and I'm going to have slight scars on my face. So if you're a praying person, I thank you for if you'll send out prayers. Pardon me. I'm sorry about the coughing. I'm still trying to get over whatever this crud is. Okay, so the title of my video is Let's Get Back to True Crime. Hashtag Sebastian Rogers. Hashtag Summer Wells. Stop the drama. Are you adults? Come on, are we adults here? To the best of my knowledge, in order to have a YouTube channel, you have to be over 16 years old. If you're over 16 years old, you're responsible for yourself. Okay? There's no reason to bully other people. There's no reason to call people liars. There's no reason to put people down. Whatever your problem is with another creator, just stay off of their channel. You have no business being there. I used to follow some creators, but they got to the point, I'm not mentioning the creator's name. I actually used to follow mainly 4 creators. One of them will not acknowledge anybody in their chat unless they're really close friends with them, like people they know personally face to face. They won't acknowledge anybody else in their chat. One of them has got to where they only acknowledge if you send it through a Cash App or Cash Snap or whatever that's called, where you put money, Snapchat or what, Cash Chat. I don't know what it's called because I don't have it on my channel. But you have to give money to get them to listen to your comment. Or you have to put it in all caps and put 1,000 emojis around it for them to be able to see it. I don't have to go through all that crap. If you say something in my chat, I'm going to acknowledge you. I may not put your, like this, where H. Davis came into my chat. I may not put everything you say up on my screen, but that doesn't mean I don't see it. And it doesn't mean H. Davis says, are you talking about Cash App? No, I'm talking about when somebody's on their live and you want to say something, so you put a couple of dollars with whatever you're going to say. I don't know what that's called. Super chat? That's what it is, a super chat. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, H. Davis. Thank you. Okay, so anyway. Some of the creators have got to where they won't acknowledge you unless you give them money. Some of the creators that I don't even follow, and I'm going to use it in today's live. I do not go to their channels for any reason. H. Davis here says, you're welcome. He's such a help. Okay. So, I don't go to their channels, but I hear on other creators' channels how so-and-so is bashing so-and-so, and so-and-so is picking on me, so-and-so is bullying me, whatever. Get over it. Grow up. This is true crime. There is no reason for people to be saying, oh, so-and-so is bullying me. Just don't go to their channel. Don't talk about them. Because when you talk about them, you're giving them content to keep on harassing you. So I'm going to pull this up because I was on a channel the other day. And let me go to this window right here. See if it'll share. Okay, I don't know if I can pull these pictures up individually. Okay, it won't pull up individually. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to pull up these pictures. See if I can pull them up on my. All right. Scoot this. Get over there. All right, let me see if I can share this. All right. This is a picture of my husband's 18-wheeler. Yes, he drives for Creek Carriers Schaefer Trucking. I'm very proud of him. He was in Laverne, Tennessee this week. And his hobby is photography. And he was going to go out that day taking pictures. I said, honey, you're in Sebastian Rogers territory. Please look for Sebastian while you're out taking your pictures. And he did. He didn't video it because he's not that person. Let me pull this picture up. And then I'm going to share this picture. Okay, this is some redbirds that he saw while he was searching around the train yards. And again, I don't know if the Laverne, I don't know how to say it, but it's outside Nashville. Okay, and he took this picture of these beautiful redbirds and while he was out searching. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that one to close this one. And then I'm going to share one more picture here. This is a train where he was searching in this area around the train yard. Now, I don't know. I think he walked down this path on both sides of the train yard. And you know what? He didn't see Sebastian. But, let me come back on my screen. Close this out. Okay. The next day, there's a forestry park or something that's like, it was like 2 hours, maybe an hour away from where he was at. He was this close to this forestry park there in Tennessee. I cannot remember the name of it, but if you'll go to Bullhorn Betty's channel, and at night, I believe, they both posted that, they both posted about these skeletal remains that were found in this national forest. Now, my husband was just a couple miles away from there. They don't know who the skeletal remains belong to. That has not been divulged yet. And the only people that I know of that talked about these skeletal remains were Bullhorn Betty. Thank you, Betty, for bringing that up. She also mentioned in her post that she's not saying that this is Sebastian. She's not trying to get anybody's hopes up that we found him. What she said was that if you're a praying person, this family, whoever this skeletal remains belongs to, is going to finally find closure. They're finally going to find their missing family member. And she said she would keep us posted if she finds out who it is. And thank you, Bullhorn Betty, for that. I commend you 100%. Thank you. And at night for posting it on X. I didn't see it. I missed the thingy that pops up on my phone when At Night posts on X. And I apologize for that. But I'm thankful for that. But what I wanted to talk about is content creators that are turning away from true crime. They're in the true crime community. They're in the true crime area. I don't know how to get straight on true crime where you're true crime. I don't know how to do that. I don't know enough about YouTube. But I do know that I follow one content creator that I follow. I'm only subscribed to one person's channel because she used to be what I call in the loop. I'm sure she's still in the loop. Other content creators talk to her and they bounce ideas off of each other. She's part of Seth Rogers, and I presume she talks closely with some of the people at Night Media. She's really good friends with Justin for All, Clutch Them Pearls. I'm not going to show any of his videos on my channel because he is still in true crime. He's not stepped away. To the best of my knowledge, I haven't watched a single one of his videos in almost a month because he offended me. And that's between me and him. I haven't even tried to talk to him about it. There's no business. There's no reason. If I allowed my feelings to be hurt because I was ignored, then that's on me. Okay? That's on me. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. He is a wonderful content creator. And H. Davis, I don't know what you're saying, whether I'm right for not dogging Justin, or if I'm right for saying that it's between me. It's on me if my feelings got hurt, because that's the way it is. That's what I agree. And if you're saying I'm right, I agree with you 100%. It's on me if I allowed my feelings to get hurt. Yes, I carry my sleeve right here, or my heart right here on my shoulder. If I feel I'm trying to say something that's important to a content creator and I'm ignored 4 or 5 times in the same chat, then that hurts my feelings. It really does. Because if I have something to say that I'm going to put the @ symbol and the content creator's name or whatever, and then my comment behind it, if I do it in all caps and I do it with 1,000 emojis and whatever, and my comment is still not seen, then I feel like it's done on. Oh, yes. Okay. H. Davis is saying that Clutch Them Pearls is a wonderful creator. You're right. He is a wonderful creator. And he's honest. He is honest. Okay? And what are we doing? Oh, our mail carrier's out there. Okay. Anyway, so I'm not going to say anything bad about Justin. He's a wonderful creator. And thank you, H. Davis, for agreeing with me. And he's honest. And he's true crime. He doesn't follow these other channels that bash other channels. And there's channels that bash him. I'm not going to name names because I don't look at those channels. But I hear it. I hear it on other channels. And sorry. In order to get the content that I needed today, I had to go to channels that I don't normally go to. And the reason I did it was because I was following a channel and the channel kept saying, so-and-so's bashing me, so-and-so's saying this, so-and-so's doing this, so-and-so's doing this. I wanted to go see for myself if so-and-so is doing this. I'm not going to say that I actually saw where so-and-so was doing this, but I did see some things that I wasn't happy about, and I want to bring up in this conversation. So let me come over here. I'm going to turn on some music because this is fair use. Let's see if I got any music here. Okay. I like this one. And I'm going to turn it way down. because I don't want it to be over the top of what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm going to go to the first share screen. And the top one is, okay, this is Everyday with Jay, also known as J is for Justice podcast. And I'm just going to play a little bit of this.
All they had to do was look at the side by side and see that's the fucking neighbor's porch. Right? I mean, you can see that's the neighbor's porch. This window's way the fuck over here. Let's do a little tribute.
Get matched today with the tax expert who's just right for your situation. They'll do your tax
tribute to Illuminati. She's feeling under the weather. I think she's got the flu. And let's do a little wake-up call with Clue and Cletus. That is the best. The best. Lighters in the air. We have a prayer request. That's the best, isn't it? Yeah, he's got like background singing with Clue. Right, toe beans. That has to be a definite end of the year. I didn't want to skip over this though. Good morning, Miss Robin. Oh, it is Summer Moon Utah Wells' birthday.
All right. So part of what I want to say is if you can look, I won't be able to see chat. Hold on, because I'm going to go full screen. If you can see, this is Brittany's channel. This is Brittny. I think this is reality. It's Reality Wins. This is Nana's Dragonfly. And this is Mischief for All down under here. Now this is Brittany's panel this evening of this chat. And she is talking in a positive light about the mob crew. But this is Everyday with Jay, or Justice for Jay, or Jay's for Justice. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, this is her panel. And she is going to be bashing Brittany and her group.
Don't even know what to say to that. Like,
and this was Summer Moon.
Thank you, Tammy Clips, for 2 months of being a cooter. And Sassy Hound, thank you for the $4.99 for Scratch Off Sunday. Appreciate that. Keeping that going. I have a special prayer request. Please, I'm with my mama. We'll start with yesterday. She has cancer again. She is 73. We go to the doctor today. Snowflakes, you're in my thoughts. So is your mom. I'm hoping for the best possible news that you guys can get.
Okay, now I'm not going to bash her for saying that Snowflake's nightmares. Let's all pray for Snowflake's and her mom. I pray that everything will be okay with her mom. I trust. It's in God's hands. Lord, bless this family with your healing grace. Amen. Now, Jay, or is that whose channel I'm on? Anyway, Everyday with Jay, I think is the channel. I'm sorry. Thank you, H. Davis. He says amen. She wouldn't say that she would pray for Snowflake's nightmares mom. She said, you're in my thoughts. Okay, I know that God hears our thoughts, but if you don't ask God to hear our thoughts, we are not praying. Now, I don't know what your religion is. I don't care what your religion is. It's not important. But when somebody asks for prayers, even if you're not a praying person, can you please say, if anybody in the chat is a praying person, please send up prayers? How hard is that to say, can you send up prayers for Snowflake's nightmare? I'm not bashing her. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to put down anybody here. But
take a moment and send a quick prayer and good vibes and thoughts.
okay, I stand corrected because I didn't listen far enough to hear what she was saying. She did say send a prayer.
Let us know how everything goes.
Thank you, Jay.
We're here for you.
Try to pass this. Okay.
Let's do a little tribute to Illuminati. She's feeling under the weather, I think.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell,
they're convinced that this is KP's window. When all they had to do was look at the side by side and see that's the fucking neighbor's porch. Right? I mean, you can see that's the neighbor's porch. This window's way the fuck over here.
Okay.
But they can't grasp.
Let me tell you what I see. Okay? Let me tell you what I see. There's a gap right here. This picture is far more close up than this one. This picture was taken at a closer angle because see how you can only see the edge of this one window right here, but you can see like almost all the way to the end of the building right here. Okay, so whatever is over here in this gap is going to be much smaller than this gap up here because you're farther away from the gap. The light right here is in this window right here, in my opinion. In my opinion, the light is in this window. And if you, on Mob Crew, he removes this where it says privacy. Mob Crew has a picture that's from Stephen Crabtree. Stephen Crabtree has the one that is not blurred out like this. And SF Investigates blurred this out. I don't have a clue why. But okay, let's go on a little bit further.
Concepts. Little Snoozy can't grasp them. Oh man. Okay. Here we go. Oh, you really can't. I mean, it's. I had no words. I had no fucking words. Okay, here we go.
It's not, but it's not.
Yeah, but that's
I
what
can
he
see
said.
this house had a greenhouse or a glass room, and you could see through, like they say that's on the other house, that all glass room there. I could see if it was that, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking right straight into her window.
No, you're not.
It's not the neighbors.
No, you're not.
It's.
Mhm.
Does he? Never
Right.
mind.
Let's keep going. I know. I feel you.
Oh, they're getting irritated. Listen
Faith
to this
over
guy.
here, and then I don't know whose bedroom this was, and maybe Faith was over here. Didn't they have 4 bedrooms, right? Or is it 3? 3 and then 1 up top?
Listen, don't worry about where Faith's bedroom is. Okay, I'm just going to say this right now. Do you know what his members are called? Do you know what Mob Crew's members are? Little monsters. If that doesn't give you chills up and down your spine, I don't know what does. His channel is Monsters Under Our Bed. And his...
See, why is she bashing Mob Crew? In my opinion, now I don't follow Mob Crew, but when he brings out something new, like the lights video, I brought that up. Because the lights video where the lights was in the commons area, he did overlays and this and that, and he showed you what's there. I don't know where he got his information, but I'm thankful that he did get his information. And then coming with these pictures of the house from Steve Fisher and Steve Crabtree, I'm thankful that he does the overlays and he shows you the daylight of it. And he is so good at what he does. I don't know how Jay is for Justice can sit here and bash him and say he's wrong. I haven't seen her get out. Of course, I don't follow her channel. But is she trying to show proof of anything? No, she's just bashing. And that's what I'm doing today.
His
and I'm
members
sorry.
are little monsters.
I don't care what his crew team is called.
I see one in the chat.
Make your browser fast. Make your browser safe.
Natalie says, I know this is nosy, but I don't understand how C&K were able to afford almost $700,000 home. KP was probably making about $35K a year,
God.
and CP maybe $70K a year. They had a huge mortgage, new cars, toys, out.
Because why? They
Why?
had rich parents.
Oh my God. Do you hear how fucking stupid they are? They think Chris Proudfoot only makes $70K a year being one of those big, tall crane operators. They're so dumb. I think I said lolly. I didn't say jolly, did I? Lolly.
See, why is she bashing?
That's what
Jules,
those are.
that's Jules.
He
That's
blurred
what
out the fence is what he blurred out.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Oh my
Not
God.
only did he blurt out the fence, Jules, but he also blurred out the rest. Like, if there are lights in the rest of the house, we can't see him because he took them out.
Right.
Look at allegedly innocent. Some light sources in the backyard. Why did stupid fuck blur out the fence? Stupid fuck whose freaking picture they're all using to look at this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you did, Gypsy. Oh, you did say it.
Sorry, I didn't see it.
Let's see if I can see that where it's not blurred out. I'm gonna try to get there because I have my own comment about if Mob Crew's gonna go to where it's not blurred out. Let's see.
Pixelating the picture.
Gotcha.
So I think, yes.
I'm trying to find that spot in the video because I saw on Brittany J's channel where it did show. Okay, I guess it's not going to be on here at all. But okay, maybe
See? At the same time.
I think she fell
okay,
asleep.
behind this
I think he
picture-
blurred it out for their privacy. I think he blurred it out for the Proudfoot's privacy. So they couldn't
Why?
take anything and like fuck with their house. You know what I mean?
Time
But you could go to Google Maps and find the house
and
right
the
there on
lights at the
Google
same
Maps.
time. And her bedroom lights on at the same time. All within minutes.
Now, behind this blur, there's
I'm blown
something-
the freak away right now.
Me too.
So what I'm seeing, I'm going to tell y'all what I'm seeing. Lolly, I'm going to look a little harder.
Lolly,
after
lolly,
this,
lolly,
but
get your adverbs here.
I'm seeing what looks like a bedroom light.
I know.
I want to see if there's any place where it's like not blurred out.
In computer and can zoom in deep. Why in the hell has a degree? Now I don't know.
Okay.
Has a degree.
Anyway, my point
Now, I don't know
is
if she's a psychologist or if she has a social worker degree. That I don't know. But
why
she does have a nut
is she bashing Brittany's channel?
She had an office. I know that.
Brittany was being supportive
is
of the mob crew,
A nut job.
and this J person is bashing Brittany's whole panel. I don't know who this blonde person is here. But I know this is Reality Wins and this is Nana's Dragonfly. I can't tell you really who this one is, and I can't tell you who this one is, but they're panel guests. Why is Jay even on Brittany's channel? That's what I'm saying. Why? Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing this one. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Then we're going to go to the next one. All right. Now, let's see if I can. Okay. Look at the title of this. When the reality of litigation and shifting focus back, there's a reason they set to distract. What the? Huh? Huh? This is Granny's watching. Okay? Now, the reason I came to her, because see, she's got hashtag Tony Mathis, the spokesman for hashtag Seth Rogers, father of the missing teenager, hashtag Sebastian Rogers, joining forces with the self-proclaimed private intelligence group to begin something. Okay? Now, why is Granny? She's not supportive. I'll tell you that much. She's not supportive. Let's see what she has to say. I'm sorry I can't see what's down below, but her channel is linked in the comments below. So
I want to quickly get this out of the way. I mean, I have so much to say. Of course I do. But we'll say a lot of it later. There's just a few key points I want to get out of the way. And then there are new filings. So we are going to go over that. How's everybody doing? I apologize for the time change. Kraken told me I put it for PM. I'm not a PM person. I'm in bed by then. Some of us still get our beauty rest, as you can see. So I was glad that she made me aware. And then I saw that, Clue was going live, and so I figured I'd wait. But then I figured, you know what? We can get this out the way really quick, right? No harm in that. Hey, Hippie. Hey, everybody.
Okay, now that sounds like she's being supportive of Clue's channel. Clue being Cluminati. Now, I don't follow her at all. I don't think I've ever seen even one of her full entire podcast. I've seen little clips of her stuff on another creator's channel. Like I've seen little clips of Granny's stuff on other creators' channels. I don't follow these channels. I had to actually look these channels up to get today's content. So, but she's supportive. She saw that Clue was going to go live, so she wanted to push her live back or try to get her live in before Clue got her live. Okay. To me, it sounds like she's going to end her stream prior to Clue starting hers, which I feel like if I'm not a sub, I don't watch other creators. That's the way I am, H. Davis. That is the way I am. I don't sub to them. I don't watch them because a lot of them are just bashing the other, bashing the other, bashing the other. Okay? And then the other content creator is up there saying, oh, so-and-so's bashing me. So-and-so's saying this about me. So-and-so's, what the F is so-and-so? What's it? She's only saying things that she's saying I'm doing things that are happening to her. Yeah. What? Now, I'm sorry, but I have to be really, really mad for anybody to hear an F-bomb come out of my mouth. I hate the F-bombs. I hate hearing it. My son, when he's on his Xbox playing with his friends and they're in chat and whatever, if I hear an F-bomb, it don't take me that long to get down the hallway and say, hey, we don't use that language in this house. I do not like the F-bomb. But you'll hear it, and for that, I apologize.
Yes, Peekaboo. New filings, yes. I heard something said last night. Just because.
Okay, before she says this, I know what she's about to talk about because I listened to a little bit of this. I'm going to tell you about these filings with this RICO thing. I don't know. Excuse me. In the true crime, I came into true crime just as this RICO was being filed. So I don't know what happened before, and I haven't tried to dig into the situation to find out what happened before. To the best of my knowledge, this RICO has something to do with Sebastian Rogers and the case of him being missing and all the people that are searching for him and all. And I'm understanding that it's people like Granny and Queen Bee and whatever that are bashing Brittany and Seth and Dog the Bounty Hunter and all of them. Okay, so I'm not into all that drama. Right, F-bomb, H. Davis. I can't stand it. There's no reason for it. There is no reason for it. The F-bomb, the F word is a adult actual act. Why if you can't say the actual act, if you can't say that 3-letter word on YouTube, why should you be allowed to use the F-bomb that describes what that act is? I'm sorry.
Because I want to fast track this. So I heard something stated last night. And it was that Granny, this is by Brittany, of course, because Brittany's, terrified of me. She made the statement.
Brittany is not afraid of Granny. Brittany is not afraid of Granny. I will tell you this 1,000 times. Brittany is not afraid of Granny. Brittany is harassed by Granny.
That Granny only had one person going at her, and she logged off for 2 weeks. She couldn't even handle it. She logged off for 2 weeks. No.
Okay. Granny's fixing to explain that Brittany was wrong. She didn't log off for 2 weeks. Wait till you hear what she says. I think this will crack you up.
Is that, per usual what Brittany does, which is lie and downplay everything. But it goes to her level of maturity. Because the key thing to take away from there is that I logged off.
Okay, let me ask a question. This bothers me. Okay, now I don't care what you use as your avatar picture right here, because if I was to stop my camera, you see my face, okay? That's me. You see my head, you see my hair, and if it was a bigger picture, you'd see that I'm wearing a shirt. I'm wearing clothes. And if you go to my channel, you see a picture of my dog. My 90-pound German Shepherd. I'm not afraid to cam up here. I know I'm an ugly sap. I'm almost 60 years old and I got cancer on my face. Okay? But I'm here. I'm not afraid to show you my face. Why is this woman right here? You can't see her forehead. You don't even know if that's her real hair or not that's laying there. It could be a freaking wig. And where's her clothes? Where's her clothes? Okay, you might be a 29, 30-year-old woman. Why are you calling yourself Granny? Huh? Unless you had children really, really young, lady, you aren't a granny. I can't say you have grandkids. I can't say you don't have grandkids. But I'm going to say, why don't you put some clothes on and show us your face? Huh? Put some clothes on and show us what you look like. Don't be afraid to cam up.
No, it wasn't 2 weeks. It was an entire summer. But if she wants to say it was 2 weeks, nonetheless, I took accountability for my mental health when I felt it was getting me to a dark place and I logged off.
Well, honey, you never came out of that dark place. You never did come out of that dark place, honey.
Didn't go live. I didn't cry that I'm a victim of all of this. And I didn't keep going live and poking everybody when I felt good and when I didn't. okay, I logged off. Because at the end of the day, I'm responsible for me. I'm responsible for my mental health. I'm responsible for my well-being. I'm responsible for my children. I took control. So to try to like say that and paint it as if that shows that I'm weak, shows who really is weak, okay? I mean, again, she is addicted to the place she is at. She loves this. But I'm here to read you all the one person, okay? One person. And you guys tell me in the chat if I missed anybody. I had Brittany Jackson. I had Voices. I had Lysol. I had Angela. I had TT. I had Kim. I had Crafton. I had Trisha. I had Sally. I had Amy. I had Retro. I had Lonnie. I had Bill. I had Andog. I had Nikki. I had Sally. I had May. I had Tiff. I had Stephanie. I had Glenn. I had Say Robbie. I had Wendy. I had Laura. I had Lindsay. It was from sun up to sundown. Yes, I said her name, but I deleted the actual channel name. But yes, from sun up to sun. Does that sound like one? Here's Country Joe, who is from that sector, that is there to tell you it was panels all day long. I mean, they had the UK covered to the USA. Okay? So no, it wasn't one person, but even if it was one, even if it was 20, the fact of the matter is I took the reins as an adult and I logged the fuck off. Right? Why does she lie about the smallest things? Does she think that there aren't people like Country Joe, like my Moz, like PB&J, like Polish, like Sherry that were here at that time to see it, like Colleen C? And it wasn't, they weren't going live and calling out my content. It wasn't based on what I was saying and doing. It was based on my personal life. It was based on the fact of what your now former friend, Angela, put out there. You always cry that you're the biggest victim. But what I couldn't believe is hearing her say that made me weak. Y'all, Granny was getting it for one person. And she couldn't even handle it. She logged off for 2 weeks. She could never handle what I'm getting. Are you fucking like?
Why is she bashing Brittany? Let's go a little further and see what happens down here. Now, I don't know who these people are. I think that's that Trader Joe or whatever that was just on the comment, and I don't know who this woman is.
Welcome all of Brittany's former quote-unquote friends into this chat. That woman's not a friend to anybody. She projects everything Brittany does, she projects onto me. Like saying, I don't care about my chatters. I only care what they can give me. I don't care about my Moz. I talk behind their backs. Listen, as you just saw, my Moz have been here since motherfucking day one. Look at that 38 months on the clock. You think I gotten through 4 years with these women by mistreating them? Get the fuck out of here. I found out my mom Christine didn't get a birthday cake for her birthday. What did I do? I Ubered her a birthday cake. I know my friend Hell on Wheels is going through a hell of a time.
Okay, so you're bragging on yourself. You're bragging on. She didn't get a birthday cake, so I Ubered her a birthday cake. What? I can't with Granny anymore. I'm sorry, I just can't. Let's see what's going on down here.
Brittany's not a victim. Is she getting beat up left and right via YouTube? Yeah. Yeah, because of her doing. No, that was in a chat box. Hey, Body. It was in a chat box. No, you have no idea.
See, she's not recognizing
I
these
hold
people.
The first GoFundMe.
She's not recognizing. She's just putting their chats up there.
The first GoFundMe, and they have it taken down, which is part of
H. Davis, I've seen you up on
the
cam. You're a wonderful person. You're a very nice-looking young man. Do you have a channel, H. Davis? I'm sorry, I don't know if you have a channel. I quit going to the channel that we met on because that content creator made me feel uncomfortable. But I'm proud of what you do with your Special Olympics and all the awards you won and the hard work you put in. I'm proud of you, sir. You are wonderful. You have a channel, but you don't use it. Okay. But I've seen you come up on Eddie's channel, and that's where we met. And I'm proud to call you friend. You'll never hear me bash you in any way, Mr. H. Davis. Okay, let's see what Randy has to say.
That their numbers are YouTube. Without them, they wouldn't be YouTube.
That doesn't even make fucking sense. Their numbers are YouTube. Without them, they wouldn't be YouTube. What kind of fucking word salad with some diarrhea dressing is this shit?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Honestly, this is Granny. This Granny's watching. She gets on and bashes Brittany for putting the hashtag Sebastian Rogers in her title. Look right here. Disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. 15 continues to. The only thing in this that I've seen in this live of Granny's that has anything to do with Sebastian Rogers is right here with At Night being on a TikTok. I can't with Granny anymore. I can't. She enjoying life. Hey man, on listening mode here while I bake Dad's treats. Oh, what kind of treats are we baking? I hope Dad really enjoys them, enjoying life. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate you 100%. Say hi to H. Davis, please. H. Davis, enjoying life. I don't know if y'all know each other. Okay, so now, the next person I want to talk about is the only channel that I sub up to. Because when I started watching true crime, and she's one of the people that helped me start my channel. Her and Clutch Them Pearls were my inspiration to start this channel. They gave me kudos. They gave me advice. They told me, you can do it. Don't be afraid to just get up there and do it. Justin let me know about StreamYard and everything, and Eddie on All Things Serious, I believe that's his channel. I'm sorry, I used to be a mod on his channel, but I was only there for like a week or two. And I don't follow his channel anymore. And but he told me, he explained to me how StreamYard worked and helped me excuse me, I'm trying to get over this pneumonia, cold, whatever. I've had it for like a month. Okay, so anyway, those three helped me get started. And then I was on Brittany's panel for a few nights when it's Reality Me or Reality Wins and Nana's Dragonfly. For some reason, something was going on in their lives and they weren't on Brittany's panel. So I went up on Brittany's panel, and I believe, was it Esther, or there was another content creator or person from Brittany's chat that, just a sweet, sweet lady. I apologize if you're watching the channel and I don't remember your name, but we went up on Brittany's channel for a couple of days. One night, Brittany was talking, and she was talking true crime. We were talking about Sebastian. I can't remember the name of her live because I don't watch the name. Excuse me. I don't watch the titles of the chats or the lives. I just look to see if they're going live. And if it's somebody I want to watch and I'm not doing anything, I'll go on the live and I'll watch it. That I'm not subbing up to a lot of the creators because I don't agree with them. I don't ever watch Granny's Watching. I don't ever watch Jace for Justice. I don't ever watch Cluminati or whatever her boyfriend's name is, Cletus. I don't ever watch. I can't, Dolly. I cannot stand Dolly's voice. Oh, that man just. I don't care what he's talking about. I don't care. I can't with Dolly. I just can't. He thinks he's funny, but he's not. And he's bashing people. He's hurting people. He actually was one of the people. Brittany was out in her yard with her family, and it was night, and she moved her foot to nudge her cat to get out of her way. She never even touched the cat, and everybody was saying she kicked her cat across the yard. And Dolly was one of the biggest ones. And then he comes walking into his room holding his animal, trips and falls and lands on the dadgum animal, but he's and hurts the cat. And he's going to talk about Brittany nudging her cat in the dark when she didn't even touch the cat. I saw a video. I got Brittany's back on this one. She didn't kick her cat. But Dolly fell on his cat because he was so messed up he couldn't walk. And he said he tripped over the doggy gate. What? Anyway, I can't with Dolly. So anyway, my purpose for Brittany, let's just listen to it and I'll tell you what I was talking about Brittany. Now, Brittany used to be, she's still a wonderful creator. She's still a wonderful content creator when she's talking about true crime. When she's talking about drama, which seems to be a lot of what she's talking about lately, she hasn't done very much. She shooed the cat away with her foot. The cat wasn't even close enough for her. Exactly enjoying life. She didn't touch the cat. They do twist things around. And that I'm sorry, Brittany. I'm sorry that people do that to you. But Brittany only sees certain people's chats. Like Ben George, she didn't pull up the comment, which you don't have to every time. But it's like, there's so many people in her chat. Yes, I'm sure her chat scrolls fast in her StreamYard. But some of these comments are important. I have posted important comments and posted the same comment 4 different times. Then when I talked to one of the mods about the comment, she finally saw the comment because I put the mod's name in the comment. Then 2 of her mods, I didn't say another word after. Didn't say another word after, except one of her mods said something to me about Brittany doesn't see all the chats. You have to use emojis or something like that. I don't remember the exact comment. And I said, and she said, you don't have to keep repeating yourself. Okay, I had posted the comment 4 times. It was important. My husband was out boots on the ground searching for Sebastian Rogers that day. He didn't make a video. It was important to me. Seth Rogers was in the chat. I even tried to tell Seth Rogers that my husband was out searching in his area around the train yards looking for Sebastian. Seth Rogers, I don't know if he saw the comment. I really don't. Even though I tagged him in it, I don't know if he saw the comment. I'm not upset with Seth Rogers for not seeing my comment. There were a lot of comments and a lot of people tagged Seth Rogers when he comes into chat. But I did take it personally. And she's enjoying life says, she said it was a stressful night. I wouldn't take that personally. Thank you to your husband. Thank you. Thank you. But the point is, after Brittany finally saw my comment, 2 of her mods attacked me. One of them said, just stop. And I didn't say another word. One of them said something about, you don't have to repeat the comments. And the other one said, Nancy, or she said, get locker. Just stop. Thank you, H. Davis. I'm really glad to call you a friend. I really am. But I didn't do anything. It was important to me. I'm not in a position. I have a 17-year-old child here at home. I'm not in a position where I can get in my truck and drive to Tennessee and search for Sebastian. I'm not. My son just walked by. I was teasing. So anyway, I'm not in a position. But my husband being an over-the-road truck driver, and he often goes between Nashville and Memphis. Often. 2 or 3 times a month, he's between Nashville and Memphis making stops. Because he drives for one of the largest trucking companies in the United States. Yes, you can have that.
I'm used to.
Shh, I'm on live. Thank you. But okay, it was important to me that my husband was out searching. And Brittany didn't see my comment 4 times until I said something about being George. My point is, Brittany only sees a certain few people's. She watches. It appears. I'm not accusing her of anything. And I'm not putting Brittany down. But it appears as if she only sees from certain people. She watches for certain people's comments. Okay, go. There's a lot of Okay, H. Davis says he doesn't watch Brit. Wait, let me back up here. Enjoying Life says, okay, well, I can't sit here and add to the bashing because Brit can't make everyone happy every night. It hurts to see it. I understand that. But when it goes on, night after night after night after night, and you're trying to make an important comment to the creator, it hurts when you're ignored for days and days and days. It hurts. And I understand she can't see every chat. When there's 1,000 people in her chat, I understand. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about Brittany. I'm not. What I'm saying is she needs to talk to the people in her chat. That's why they're there, because they want to interact with her. All content creators, it's not just Brittany. All content creators need to talk to the people that are in their chat. It hurts when you're ignored. Okay. H. Davis says he doesn't watch Brit. And then he says, I'm actually planning to graduate with my 2nd degree in October. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. I'm a certified culinary tech that I went to school through Sarah Lee to become a culinary tech. I was a CNA, certified nursing assistant, for 6 years. I was a armed security for a security company for 13 years. I was the administrative assistant in that company. And I have my bachelor's degree. I majored in social work and minored in psychology. And so, but yeah, I'm almost 60, so I've had time to do all this stuff. And here you are, H. Davis, and looking at you, you look like you're only in your 20s. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You've worked hard, and that is quite an accomplishment. So I'm going to go. I'm not bashing Brittany, enjoying life. I really am not bashing Brittany. I'm just saying she needs to talk to the people in her chat. I'll tell you what, my daughter has been, and I'm not going to name her name because I'm not going to dox anybody. But my daughter has been in Brittany's chat 5 times that I know of. She has made comments to Brittany in every one of the chats. I even tried to introduce her to Brittany through chat, and Brittany didn't see me doing that, which I didn't take offense to. You know, Brittany was talking about something else, and it was the end of the stream, and Brittany might have actually already been off of the stream when I was trying to introduce her. That it happens. It happens. So I'm not upset about the fact that I tried to introduce my daughter to Brittany. I'm proud of my daughter. She's my oldest daughter. And between my husband and myself, we have 4 daughters and 2 sons. Between my husband and myself. And I was trying to introduce our oldest daughter to Brittany, but she might have already gone off. It was the end of the life. So I'm not upset about that. But my daughter has tried to discuss something with Brittany 3 or 4 times, and Brittany never saw her. One night, not last night, I think it was the night before, I wasn't watching the chat because something had happened. Maybe it was when I went to pick my husband up. Oh yeah, Brittany had ended her because she was being screen Skyped or whatever. So she ended it, and she was going to go members only, but then she ended up not going members only. And I didn't see that until the next day I was watching it, because my husband come home from work and I had to go pick him up from his 18-wheeler where he parks it so that he could come home. And my husband doesn't like the drama, so I don't watch Brittany when he's home unless he's down in the basement in his office working on something. So anyway, Brittany was talking about Eddie's channel and something that was going on between Brittany and Eddie, which I don't know that whole story, so I'm not going to talk about that story. I will say Brittany has never told anybody in her chat that they could not go to Eddie's channel, even though Brittany and Eddie are no longer friends. Okay, that's what I'll say. If you go to Eddie's channel, you're not going to upset Brittany. I don't know about it going the other way. I don't know. I don't know how Eddie feels about it. It's not my business. That's between Eddie and Brittany. But anyway, Brittany was talking about her and Eddie situation, and my daughter said, "Is that all things serious?" And Brittany did respond, "Yes, it is all things serious." And she called my daughter out by name, the first part of her name. She's got 2 words in her name, but she's got them linked together. And but Brittany did say, yes, it's all things serious. She acknowledged that. Then the next day, when my daughter had something important she wanted to say, the next day, last night, my daughter had to actually put up a super chat, so that a $10 super chat, so that Brittany could see what my daughter had to say. Now, I wasn't watching that live. I saw it this morning when I was watching the replay, because my husband was still in bed asleep. So, and you know, why? You've got a new person in your chat, and they're there for 5 days trying to talk to you, and you haven't seen them. That hurts me for my daughter. My daughter hasn't said anything to me about it. I don't know I know she's not watching the live right now, but, you know, my daughter calls me and we talk. And when somebody's mentioned on Brittany's channel, she's like, who is this J for J? You know, who is Granny? Who is Queen Bee? And I tell them the name of her channel and whatever. I said, but I don't watch that channel. So my daughter, doing her own research, goes to check out the channels, which is what any responsible adult would do. That's what I had to do today's live. I had to go to these channels that I keep hearing about just to find out. I'm not bashing anybody. What I'm saying is we're all adults. Aren't we? Brittany, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice, dear. I love your channel. But stop. When people email you that J is for Justice is on there, following what you're saying, say, okay, it's really not hurting you. It's really not. It might be up here upsetting to you, but she's really not doing you any physical harm. What she's doing is getting your channel's name out there. So she's doing it in a negative manner. The people that watch her channel that are new to her channel, like my daughter is new to your channel, and yeah, her name's Green. She's subbed up. I'll admit she was gifted her membership. But she likes your channel. She likes when you talk about true crime. And she's like, oh my gosh, did you hear Brittany? The first night she was watching Brittany, she was talking about the true crime. She's like, did you see this? What was she talking about? Explain it to me. I need to know more about this situation. And now she likes Brittany when Brittany's talking about true crime. I don't know about with the drama. I do know that my daughter would rather see Brittany talking about the true crime. Whether it be Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, Summer Utah Moon Wells, the Evelyn Boswell trial that's going on. Brittany watched a couple of nights going over the interviews with Evelyn Boswell. To the best of my knowledge, what I saw yesterday, I think the jury went into deliberation. I don't know what's happening today because I'm here on my live instead of watching. And I've been watching the Evelyn Boswell case every single day that it's been on. But today I'm here because this is important to me. Brittany, if you're seeing this, please get off the drama. Please go back to true crime. It doesn't matter. If you don't talk about them talking about you, they don't have anything to talk about. I'm not bashing you. I'm not saying anything bad about you, Brittany. You are a wonderful creator. You're a wonderful person. I've tried to email you several times, and you've not responded to any of my emails. And yes, every one of my emails comes from Get Lockered. And it's signed at the bottom, Get Lockered. So it's not because it's not from mine. It's not because it's not from my name that you don't see it. And now there's some people, I'm sure, that don't use their same name. I don't know what my daughter's email address is. I know it's in my computer, and if I type her name, her email address comes up. Okay, so, but I don't think her name is her screen name. So if she was to email you, it wouldn't come from her screen. Have a great day. I'm about to get my day started. Thank you, H. Davis, for being here. I appreciate you. And you're really not going to miss anything. I'm just trying to get it to these content creators to stop with the drama and let's go back to true crime. Thank you, H. Davis. I really appreciate you. You're a wonderful person. And stay warm out there if you go out running or walking today. Please stay warm. So, okay, back to Brittany. Brittany, please don't give them content. If they talk about you, that's okay. Talk about it with your mods in your mod chat. We don't have to know that they're talking about you. Because when you go on your channel and you talk about them talking about you, you're giving them more content to talk about. They don't have anything to talk about if you don't talk about them. Let's go on. Okay. Tina Girl makes a great point, only I haven't found that feature. I haven't found where you can click not interested and it won't come up anymore. Because there's so much junk that comes up on my YouTube because I happened to go on a channel one time to see what it was about. And now it all pops up on my YouTube and I have to scroll past it because I don't want to watch it anymore and I don't know how to get it off there. I don't know where that uninterested feature is. I'm not saying it's not there. I'm just saying I'm not smart enough to find it. Brittany, I love you. I can understand you being burnt out, but it's in my opinion, it's because you watch them. Somebody, whoever the instigators are, being your mods or your friends or whoever they are, I don't know where you're getting the emails and the chats or the whatever, saying so-and-so is talking about you in this way or whatever. But screenshot it, save it for your attorney, and go on. You're instigating them when you're talking about them talking about you. You're making it worse. When you talk about them talking about you, you're making the matters worse, and you're putting more stress on yourself. You don't need that kind of stress, sweetheart. You don't. You're a better person than that. You don't need to lower yourself to their standards. Stop. My advice, if you'll take advice, is stop it. Stop giving them ammo. Stop talking about them talking about you. When you go to your channel, don't talk about them. Don't give them information. And another thing I want to tell you that is just another piece of advice. And I tried to tell you in the email, but I don't know if you saw my email. So I'll tell you right here so other content creators can hear the advice themselves. Now, I don't have members in my chat or in my thing because I don't understand everything that YouTube says, and I'm not close enough with any content creators that can explain it to me. Okay? I am dyslexic, and reading things really gets confusing to me. So I need things explained to me rather than me reading them, because I don't understand what I read a lot of the time. So I need people to explain things to me, and I'll admit that. If that makes me some kind of a handicap, I'll admit it. I'm not perfect. I'm human. I make mistakes. And I don't understand when I'm reading something. I need people to explain things to me because I don't understand what I'm reading. Okay? And I'm listening to YouTube because I learn a lot from other content creators. But when you go members only, and this is to all content creators out there, I don't care who you are, whether you're on the dark side or you're on the light side or you're on Sebastian's side or you're on Granny's side, I don't care where you're from. When you go members only, because you don't want certain people to see what's going on in your chat, okay? When you go members only, and your mods and your members are gifting memberships, think about this. YouTube chooses who gets to get the memberships when they're gifted, okay? And when you're going members only and somebody gifts 20 memberships, okay? They just gave 20 chances for the dark side to walk through your door and get into your members only and screenshot it and be able to talk about it. When you please, my advice to content creators, and if I ever get big enough that I can go members only for some reason, that I can have members, I will ask if it's members only, please don't gift memberships. Because if I'm going to go members only, it's because I don't want people seeing what I have to say unless they care enough about me to sub up and be a member to my channel. And I'm not asking people to pay to be on my channel. I'm surprised I don't have more subscribers than I do. But back to what I was saying about being on Brittany's panel. I can't remember the names of the mods because this has been a couple of months ago. But I was told flat out in the chat, I had no business in true crime. I did not have a family in true crime. I didn't deserve to be there. I was a DA and didn't need to be up on anybody's panel. I love going up on Brittany's panel. It is fun to be a part of the conversation. When you're up on panel, you are part of the conversation. You're recognized. And you can get your word out to so many more people when you're up on panel. But when I was told I had no future in true crime, I had no business being up on panel, and I just needed to get out of the true crime community, I did. I unsubbed from everybody. And then curiosity brought me back to Brittany's channel, and she's the only channel that I continued being subbed up to. I have gotten memberships, the free 1 month memberships where somebody gifted a membership. I got an email where I was gifted a membership to Queen Bee's channel. And until today, well, maybe I've used it for a little bit of content, but I don't go to Queen Bee's channel. I don't go there. I like people that will cam up. Brittany cams up once in a while. Brittany's face is right there on her video. Let me show you. See? Brittany's face is right here. She's not afraid to show what she looks like. Queen Bee, you don't know what she looks like. I don't know who BTM is. I don't know what he looks like. All these people that are just some kind of little picture that you don't know what they look like. And while I'm saying this, the people that come up on Brittany's channel, like Nana's Dragonfly and It's Reality Wins, they will show that they will cam up for a few moments. But the reason they don't stay on camera the whole time is because the minute they cam up, including Brittany, the minute she cams up, her face is Skyped and she's on somebody's live the next day or that night. But people that you don't know what they look like, they could be the Wicked Witch of the West and ugly and warts all over their face or whatever. I don't care. Show me who you are so I know that you're honest. What are you doing?
So, am I packing to her? I'm not seeing at the front. So I'm going to head over and see if they drop it off at the end.
Your package, the mailman put something in the mailbox.
Well, it said it was dropped off at front door. It's the 12 booking the serious winter box.
It's in the mailbox.
Okay.
I seen you put a white envelope in there.
All right.
That was my son. He was expecting some mail. So, okay, let's go back to Brittany. What I'm saying is don't let the people, when you're going members only, don't let the haters in. Ask them. Wait to gift memberships until after the live, the members only. If they're a true person that really wants to be on your channel, they will get their own membership while you're there if they want to be in that members only.
Angie Bess, thank you. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I was going to do a members only on this stream, this particular stream. And I felt bad. I didn't want to leave anybody out. I just, you know what I mean? I love you guys, and that's the last thing I want to do is to the people that can't be members. But I do want to thank you, Angie Best, for becoming a member. And then there was, I thought I saw where Center gifted a membership, I think.
Put up with crap.
Do not buy new windows if you live in Kansas.
Okay.
Americans living in zip
Down a
codes
little bit.
starting with 66 and 6.
Me too.
Do not buy new windows if you live in Kansas. Americans living in zip codes starting with 66 and 67.
Mm-hmm.
Me
You know,
too.
life's short for this shit, and I don't have time for BS or whatever. I mean, little Brittany's gone. I went down on a vacation with a quote unquote friend to Tucson. She fat shamed me the entire time, made fun of other people. Bisbee is a very weird town and it's very eclectic, and there were all different kinds of people from, let's just say you have to be open-minded to be there. And people were walking toward us like dressed in drag. And she didn't get shy. She hit me. She was like, check out the way that guy's dressed. And I was like, can you shut up? They don't need to see you make fun of them. It's just be nice.
Yeah.
They're not making you gay. You don't have to make fun of them. They're different. That's it. You know? So it pissed me off. I ended up bringing her back. I dropped her off at a hotel. And I said, I don't want to see you again. I mean, I don't need to be fat shamed. I don't need you to make fun of me. I don't need you to be the center of attention. You can share it. You don't have to be the center. I ended up ditching a friend of 30 years. I don't need like that.
Wow. If I hear like one more person say that bullying is like a kid thing and it's like a middle school situation or whatever, I swear to you, oh my gosh, like, because it's not, I mean, whatever age you are, bullying is bullying. Like there's no other way around it.
Amen. There's no reason for bullying.
Like,
nope.
It's
gross.
I have to mute because if not, like I said, what's that?
Okay. Scoot on a little bit down.
Yes.
Stop stealing my content. I had to end my stream from earlier. So one of my mods has turned against me and all of us, Angela's Clips and Giggles. And she has gone live. I mean, not gone live. She's gone over to her channel and she's made numerous community posts showing our private messages. And she's trying to make me.
Okay, I'm not gonna follow. I saw this yesterday on replay. I'm not gonna go through all this chat that she's talking about, but this is what I'm talking about. This Angela's Clips and Giggles, which I have never been to her channel. This what I see on Brittany's channel is the only thing I've ever seen of her. But Brittany, these chats are not our business, and you're just giving the other content creators ammunition and something to talk about when you bring it up and bring all of us into your situation. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound rude, but honey, you're a nice person and you don't need to be giving them this kind of ammunition. Because when you're telling them, when you're talking about this, you're telling other channels to go over to their channel to see what else they're going to talk about. So you're giving them more subscribers. And you're giving them, okay, right here, you're talking about Angela's Clips and Giggles. Who's watching this? Granny's watching. Jace for Justice is watching. Queen Bee's watching. Cluminati's watching. You know all these other channels are watching. You're giving them some content to talk about, sweetheart. You are the one. I know you're trying to defend yourself. I can understand that 100%. You're trying to defend yourself, sweetie. But look at this. You're making matters worse by giving them more content to talk about. If you don't talk about any other content creator, unless you talk about them in a positive manner, like you talk about the mob crew and how wonderful he is, you talk about the lad, I can't remember, Josh, and how wonderful he is. You talk about Justin and how wonderful he is. You talk about Bullhorn Betty and how wonderful she is. That's what we need. That's what we need. We don't need Granny. We don't need J is for Justice. We don't need Angela's Clips and Giggles. I've never heard of her until you brought this up. If you hadn't brought this into your chat or your live, I'd have never known about her. And I'm not going to her channel because I can see right here that she's ugly to you. And I don't mean as in physically ugly. I mean internally ugly. And that hurts me for you. So please, Brittany, for your own mental clarity, stop talking about the people that are talking about you, because you're giving the other people something to talk about. And if we don't know about it, we can't be hurt for you. We care about you, Brittany. We want the best for you, Brittany. And I understand you need people to talk about, but that's why you have private mod chats. Talk to your mods, because when you're on your channel and you're talking about this, the only people you're responding to are your mods. You're not responding to your chatters. Okay, let me see. I've got a comment here. So AWB let you up on her panel, sent you your followers, and gave you a voice. Your title says Sebastian Rogers, but your life is trying to babysit Britt. Make her operate how you want. That sucks. No, enjoying life. At the beginning, if you go back and watch the beginning, my live is about, let's go back to true crime. I did talk about my husband being out, boots on the ground, searching for Sebastian Rogers. I gave proof with pictures. I gave receipts. My husband was out there. And the next day, not even 20, 30 miles from where my husband was searching, boots on the ground, they found a skeletal remains of a human being at a national forest within 3 miles of where Sebastian Rogers, or 3 hours of where Sebastian Rogers lives. Okay? I don't know who the skeletal remains belong to, but I was trying to tell Brittany 4 times in her chat about my husband being boots out on the ground that day. And I was ignored. So that's what I'm talking about. The reason it says Sebastian Rogers and Summers Wells, I'm not trying to talk about them. The key words in this is drama. You're saying I'm being horrible? Am I being horrible? I'm not trying to be horrible. I'm trying to be helpful. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I am trying to be helpful. And if it comes off as I'm bashing, anybody, I'm sorry. Because I'm not trying to. I'm trying to be helpful. Okay, I'm going to come off of Brittany. And then I'm going to go to this other person that I cannot stand. I will not watch her channel, and I'll tell you why. Okay, this is Julie Skolnik. I personally call her TikTok Julie. She was on TikTok. She has thousands and thousands of followers on TikTok. Over on TikTok, I presume she's a wonderful person. She's got 2 children, 2 sons that have autism. They're on different levels of the spectrum from what I understand. I've only watched a couple of her videos. I do not like her. And I'll tell you why. And it's going to sound petty. It's going to sound petty, 100% petty. I'll tell you that. TikTok Julie was on TikTok talking about autism awareness and helping other autistic parents. She was doing a wonderful thing over on TikTok. And she moved over here because of the Sebastian Rogers case. Because of Sebastian Rogers, she moved over to YouTube. In the beginning, everybody was calling her the TikTok lady. The TikTok lady. Okay. Because she came over from TikTok. TikTok and YouTube are not the same. They're 2 different worlds. But TikTok Julie comes over here and she tries to take over the entire Sebastian Rogers case. Trying to educate all of us about autistic children. And trying to say that she knows all about Sebastian being autistic. Sebastian Rogers, and people could go back in videos, in other content creators' videos, and they can learn this for themselves. Okay? He was diagnosed with autism in August of 2023. So his family in February of 2024, when he went missing, his family was still learning about autism and how to deal with the autism and how they can learn about autism and what they can do to help Sebastian with autism. His family was still learning about autism. So you're done bashing Britt. Now you're going to, I will bash Julie. Because I'll tell you what, Julie is only bashing, she's using the green team to bash the other team. She is no better than the people on the dark side. I'm not bashing everybody. I don't like TikTok Julie. Because she has, in my opinion, when she started, she came in here saying she knows more about autism than anybody else. Now, she might. I know she knows more about it than I do, and I'll give her credit for that. But to come in, and then she starts doing all these parodies, and she starts pretending like she's the police officer, and pretending like she's this, and pretending like she's that, and she starts bashing the other content creators. She is no longer talking about Sebastian. She is no longer being a true crime content creator. She is on the dark side of the green side. And I can't with Julie. Oh, I stay out of true crime. I'm only here today. If you've watched my channel, I got off of true crime and I went back to thrifting. And I critique my own thrifting videos. But I'm here today to try to give advice to, yes, I thrift at Goodwill. I thrift at Salvation Army. I thrift at estate sales. And I sell everything I thrift, and you can buy right off my videos. All you have to do is make a comment in my video and say that you'd like to have this and give me an offer that is below the cost of what it sells for. Yes, I am giving unsolicited advice, and thank you for thrifting. It's wonderful. But I don't know where you live enjoying life. I don't. It's not my business. But over here in Kansas, personally, within a 1 hour drive, I have 10 Goodwills at my disposal and 1 Salvation Army that I know of. Not bashing thrifting is fine. Yes, it is. This, what you're doing, isn't cool at all. I'm not trying to be hateful. I'm sorry, enjoying life, that you're taking it that I'm hateful. I am hurt. I am hurt. Brittany J hurt me. Okay? I'm going to admit that. She hurt me. And I'm trying to give her advice so that she doesn't hurt anybody else. And in giving her advice, it's advice that other content creators can use as well. If you're going members only, don't let people gift memberships because they're letting the people in that you don't want to see your channel. It's passive aggressive because you feel hurt by YouTube opera. Okay, I can accept that. I can accept that 100%. I'm sorry. I will have to get my dictionary out and look up what passive aggressive means because I don't know. But I'll tell you, I am hurt because I am ignored. Just a second. My husband just walked up. I'm sorry, my husband just walked into the kitchen, which is right next to my office. And you are making Britt the source of your hurt feelings. We all get ignored. It's not only Britt. It's not only Britt. Other content creators ignore me as well. And I have things important to say. When we were talking about the house, okay, when on all different platforms we get, okay, I'll accept that. But when we were talking about the house that the prophets live in, when they were on Nancy Grace, they told Nancy Grace that there are only 3 exits to that house. Okay? And they said that the front door has a code, and if Sebastian was to push the code in to lock the door, he would be seen by the light of the keypad. Okay? So they said that he went out that door. Okay? They said he wouldn't go out the garage because it made too much noise. And then they said that there was a code on the back door. Okay, if you go to, and I tried to explain, I sent emails and text messages to Justin and to Brittany both. To Justin and to Brittany. Emails, I can't text Brittany because I don't have a phone number to text Brittany. And I'm not part of the group that is important enough for them to converse with. I'm not in the loop. Like TikTok Julie comes in from TikTok, and in 2 weeks, they're all supporting her. And she comes in and she takes over the entire YouTube platform, and then she gets totally off of Sebastian and starts bashing other people. That's what I have against her. But back to what I was talking about. Okay, there are 5 exits to that house. There's the front door. There's the glass doors in the sunroom. There's a locked door, and then, in my opinion, I think the other 2 doors are French doors, so you can get large furniture in and out through the glass doors. That's what I think, but I'm not certain. Okay? So you've got the door going out of the sunroom. Then if you go off the sunroom, there's another sunroom that has another exit door. So that's 2. Then you've got the front door. Then you've got the door that goes out into the garage. Then you've got the garage door that goes outside. So there's 5 exits to that house. And they were on Nancy Grace and said there were only 3 and that they were keypad exits. I was trying to send pictures of the house showing Brittany and Justin both that there's 5 exits to that house and showing them the 5 exits to that house. And I was ignored. My important information wasn't important enough for them to talk about. I talked about it on my channel and I didn't have anybody in my chat. Then when I get told by Brittany's moderators that I have no life in true crime and I needed to get off of true crime and that I didn't need to be up on panel, I stopped doing true crime and I went back to my thrifting. So, wait, let me see what this says. So you just come on your platform to share your thoughts on the doors. That's cool. Using Britt, Julie, Justin's name in your life is not cool. No, I'm not up here talking about the doors. The doors is not the important part. The drama is the important part. The fact that people are talking about other people. I'm trying to give Brittany advice. That if she doesn't talk about them talking about her, they have nothing to talk about. And then, so, let me see. Oh, that's what I just had it. Okay. So, and what I'm trying to say about TikTok Julie is she got off of the Sebastian Rogers case and she's just bashing people. That's all I'm going to say about her. That was all I was going to say about TikTok Julie. I do not believe that she should be here. She should go back to TikTok. And Brittany was showing this video. Man, it's impossible to get through to you. It's impossible to get through to you being hurt that Britt doesn't want thousands of comments of advice. Let her be her own self. But she's hurting herself. That's what I'm trying to say, is she is hurting herself. Okay, so I'm going to get off of TikTok, Julie. Oh.
And when I say authorities, I'm not necessarily talking about law enforcement. But I got very upset today because there's a guy I follow. Thank you, Natalie. I hope I recover soon. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just haven't felt that well. Yeah, Jana, it's really good. And Marley, it's really good. Like, maybe I'll tell you a little bit more about it soon. But
okay, so she's hurting herself. Let her. She decides. I'm trying to help her. She don't have to take my advice. She helped me get started and she's never even come on my channel. She didn't sub up to my channel. I subbed up to her channel. She helped me get started and then she didn't even get sub up to my channel. I'm sorry. I don't, it doesn't hurt me that she didn't sub up to my channel. Because when somebody subs up, it doesn't help me. I'm monetized, but I only have 664 followers. And there's only 1 or 2 people ever in my chats. Now you're upset that she won't give you more. You want more. No, I'm not saying I want anything. I'm not saying I want anything. You took that out of context. I'm sorry. What I'm saying about Brittany is that she ignores people in her chat unless there's a certain repeated people. I'm not going to name names, but there's only 5 or 6 people that she sees every comment. And she says she doesn't see my comments when she'll talk about one person's comment that is right next to my comment in the chat. She can't say she didn't see my comment if it's right next to the comment in the chat. That's what I'm trying to say. I hear you saying if she did it differently, it would go the way you... No, I'm not trying to say I want it to go my way. I'm not trying to say that at all. And I'm sorry that you're reading it that way. What I'm trying to say is, if Brittany doesn't talk about Granny, if Brittany doesn't talk about J for Justice, if Brittany doesn't talk about whoever else is talking about her, she's not giving them content to talk about her. She needs to get away from the drama and go back to true crime. She's on a true crime panel. She needs to talk about true crime. That's what I'm saying. Don't talk about the drama. Leave the drama out of it and talk about true crime. That's for all content creators. I'm not only singling Brittany out. Please do not think I'm singling Brittany out. It's all content creators. All of them. If they want to say they're on a true crime network, she doesn't need to do what you say. She can do what she wants. She's an adult. And I'll still watch her channel. I like Brittany, but I don't like to see her hurt. And I don't like to be hurt by being in her channel. It hurts me when I'm trying to say something important and I'm ignored. And then to have her mods come and jump on my back and tell me that I'm a bad person because I repeat my comment 4 times and telling me to stop trying to talk to her. Her mods are, those 2 mods are hateful to me. And Brittany didn't do anything about it. She didn't say anything to her mods about the way that they treated me for my comment, because I was proud of the fact that my husband was boots on the ground. And Brittany didn't see my comment until I said something. It's called spamming the chat. I don't spam. I try to get an important comment said. I'm told that I need to use all caps and use emojis. I've tried that, and Brittany still doesn't see it. It was important to me that my husband was boots on the ground. It's been a while since I've seen any content creator out there trying to be boots on the ground. And I am hurt. I have a right to be hurt. And I have a right to talk about the fact that I'm hurt. I'm not saying Brittany bashed me. I'm not saying Brittany's done anything wrong other than ignoring me and other people in her chat. And I'm trying to give her a little bit of helpful advice to say, if you don't give them content, they won't have content. If you don't talk about them, they won't talk about you. That's what it's called. If you really need a chat theme, then use a super chat. I'm seriously thankful for your husband's work. Thank you, Enjoying Life. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful. But why should I have to pay to get my comments seen? Other people, the people that she follows their chat, she repeatedly uses the same people's names and pulls up their comments and talks repeatedly to the same few subscribers. She sees them all the time, but she doesn't see other people. That's what I'm saying. If she can see those 5 or 6 people, then she ignores everybody else. And I'm sorry, it hurts. And that's my point. Okay, I'm going to get off of TikTok, Julie, because my point about her is that she's no longer doing true crime. She's just bashing content creators. And that's what it sounds like I'm doing today, but I'm not doing it today. Okay. Come on, click off of there. Okay, now this one, I had to go to her channel today to find out, and I think this might be the first time I've ever been on her channel. This is Queen Bee, and the link to her channel is in my chat. She is one of the ones that Brittany gives ammunition to, because Brittany talks about her talking about her. You don't have to pay. Also, I saw Britt ask you back on panel, and you go, I won't go back on panel, because her mods told me I have no business being on anybody's panel. They said I have no business being in true crime, which means it doesn't matter. You know what? The way I feel enjoying life, and I'll be honest with you, if the Lord blessed me with the ability to go out and go boots on the ground, if the Lord blessed me with being able to be the person that found Sebastian, hopefully alive. She tried to fix it and you didn't want to fix it. No, she did not. I never saw her ask me back up on panel. She asked the other person that was on panel, but I never saw her. I'm not saying she didn't. I'm just saying I never saw her ask me back up on panel. But if the Lord blessed me with being able to be, if you say she did, okay, I'm going to believe you. I have no reason not to believe you. I'm just going to say I didn't see it. And because the mods told me I was a dumbass and I have no business being on panel, I won't go back on panel. If I'm a dumbass and I don't need to be there, then I'm not going to hurt Brittany by being there. I was told that me being on her panel hurt her panel. So I don't want to hurt Brittany, so I will not go back on her panel, because I do not want to hurt her. I have too much respect for her. And if her mods think I'm a dumbass and I'm hurting her channel by going on her channel, on her panel, I'm not going to do it. Well, I didn't see Brittany invite me on panel, but you said it happened and I believe you. I'm telling you, the mods told me I had no business being on panel and I was a dumbass. Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. And I'm sorry, I cannot go to screenshot and show you the screenshot. I do not have a receipt of that, but I saw it. And I don't have time, nor do I care to go back through all of Brittany's chats to see if I can find it. But I'm not going to tell a lie. But I'm going to tell you, I won't go back on panel because the mod said I was hurting her channel, and I have too much respect for Brittany to be the dumbass that's on her panel hurting her. I have too much respect for Brittany to do that. I'm not going to be the reason if anything was to ever happen to her channel. I would not want to be the reason it happened. I read that chat. Britt can't, and Britt can't go through all of the chat either. That's the point. I don't agree with that. She can see, I can see every comment in my chat, but yeah, there's only you and me in here. Okay. And I don't know what it would be like if I had 500 people in my chat, because I've never been blessed with that. And I probably never will be blessed with that. And I can live with that. But the people that are in my chat, like you, what you're saying is important to me. And I can understand you're trying to defend Britt, but please understand, I'm not trying to hurt Britt in any way. I love Britt as a person. And I'm not in any way trying to hurt Britt. I'm not. Brittany is a wonderful person. I'm trying to give her some friendly advice. She can take my advice or she can not take my advice. It's her channel. She's an adult. But all content creators, I'm trying to give sound advice. I'm almost 60 years old. I've lived through life. And YouTube is new to me. And I'm still trying to learn how to do YouTube. And I'm not perfect. But common sense says if you're going to go to, so why judge? I'm not judging her, honey. Please don't get that wrong. I'm just trying to help her, trying to give her some advice. So why judge her because you don't know? Yeah, I love her too. And you can say you love her all you want. But this would hurt her too. I'm sorry if it hurts her. I'm not trying to hurt Brittany at all. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm just trying to be helpful. And Brittany, if you ever see this, and if I hurt your feelings, I'm 100% sorry. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings in any way. I'm trying to be helpful. It hurts you. Thank you, enjoying life. This really means a lot to me. You said, I'm sorry you got hurt too. And thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. But back to Brittany. If you see this, and I hope you do see this, Brittany, this is very important. I'm not trying to be hurtful to you at all. I'm trying to give helpful, what I feel is helpful, friendly advice. Because you're being hurt by these other channels. And I'm trying to say, if you don't repeat what they're saying, don't pull their channel up, don't give them the views, it will help you because you won't be giving the other ones. If you don't pull up Queen Bee, you're not going to give Granny anything to talk about. If you don't pull up Granny, you're not going to give Queen Bee anything to talk about. Even if they're bashing you, that's what you have mods for, is to go talk to your mods in your mod chat. Let your mods, they know more about YouTube than I do. Let your mods give you the YouTube advice. Brittany, I don't want to hurt you in any way. I'm sorry if I do hurt you. Your wonderful friend, Enjoying Life, is on my channel right now. And thank you, Enjoying Life, for being here. You are giving me wonderful advice. I'm sorry you misinterpreted that you thought I was trying to bash Brittany. I'm not trying to bash anybody except TikTok Julie. I can't stand her and I can't stand Dolly's Vision. I just get the irks hearing their voices. I'm sorry. I don't think TikTok Julie came in with the right aspect. She came in thinking that she knew more about autism than anybody else on the platform, and she tried to take over the platform, and now all she's doing is bashing other content creators. She is trying in her own way to turn the green side dark. And the green side don't need to turn dark. The green team needs to stay strong. We need to stay Sebastian strong. We need to stay Summer Wells strong. Auntie did what? My niece is in the kitchen eating an orange. Her mama's helping her peel it. But Brittany, I'm not trying to hurt you in any way. I'm trying to be helpful to you. Thank you for helping me get my channel started. I allowed what your mods told me, that I had no business in true crime. I took their advice. I got out of true crime. But I've been watching this for a long time. And I've been hurt numerous times by numerous creators. And I'm trying to talk about numerous creators. Brittany, I'm not trying to only talk about you. But you were the most recent one that hurt me. I unsubbed from all the other channels that I watched that hurt me. I felt like I was getting closer to you. And then all of a sudden, I'm ignored. It hurts me that when I started my channel, I was told that I needed to go live at the same time every single day. My daughter gets off work at 5 o'clock. My son gets off work about 7:30. They both wanted to be supportive of me. I tried going my lives at 5:30 when I started, and another content creator who was always going live after that, after 6:30, he was going live after 6:30 every night. When I told him that I would have my live start at 5:30, he started starting his lives at 5 o'clock every night. And it hurt my feelings because he has so many followers that it didn't leave room for my little bitty 600 follower channel. And if you guys are going live, between you and this one other content creator, you have the airways full from 5 p.m. till 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. You and this one other creator, and you guys are both such large channels that the people that follow you cannot follow smaller channels, so smaller channels can't grow. Please give us room. Both of you content creators are wonderful content creators. But between the two of you, you keep the airways. You don't give anybody else room. You guys are huge channels, thousands and thousands of followers. But there's no room for us little people to be on in the evening because a lot of people want to follow the two of you, and there's no room for us little people. Please let us grow. Please give us time. You guys go live on your backup channel, and then you go live on your main channel right behind it. Both of you. And I've seen one creator get off of their live for the other creator to get on their live. So the airways are stacked between the two of you with 4 channels. Between 2 creators with 4 channels, the airways are stacked from 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. You don't give us room to grow. My daughter and my son cannot watch my channel during the day. My son's in school and my daughter works. The only time I can have my family on my channel, my family can't go on your channel. If my family's on my channel. My daughter follows you. I'm not going to go live when you're live because my daughter follows you. And I want to give my daughter the opportunity to learn more about the Sebastian Rogers case, which she's already watched my thrifting videos. So my channel's going to die because I can't be on in the evenings because there's nobody to follow me because they're all following the other 2 content creators that are on in the evenings. And there's other channels. It's not just YouTube. It's not just YouTube. There are other channels on of the evenings. Mob Crew's on the evenings. The Lab's on the evenings. I don't know who all's on in the evenings because I only watch your channel. But there's other big channels that are on in the evening. When I watch Mob Crew, it's on a replay the next morning. I don't watch Lab. I've seen one of his shows. But, you know, and I don't watch Cluminati, and I don't watch Dolly. I don't watch TikTok Julie. She's on during the day, I guess, but I don't watch her. I don't watch Granny. I don't watch Jace for Justice. The only channel I'm subbed up to is Brittany's channel. If you don't grow, that isn't the fault of other creators because they are working through me. I'm sorry, enjoying life. I don't understand what you're saying. Maybe you could rephrase that. I can't grow because everybody's watching. Brittany has over 1,200 followers. The other content creator, I think, has over 3,000 followers. Okay, right here we have 5,000 people. Now I know I'm not stupid. All 5,000 people are not on their channels at the same time. But all the good people. You can't ask other creators to stop working so you can become. No, I'm not. I'm saying these creators were not on. They weren't coming on until after 7 or 8 in the evening. When I told these creators that helped me get started that I was going to go on at 5:30, one of the creators started going on his live at 5 p.m., which blocked me from being able to go on at 5:30. I didn't want to get in his way. I was hoping my channel would grow. I didn't want to take his followers to my channel because he would lose followers when I was live. I was trying to be respectful of him, but was it respectful for him to start his lives, which I had never seen one of his lives, except like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon when he would go on with the monkey. But I never had seen one of his lives on at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. He was always going on live 2 hours later than that. So I tried to set my lives before him. Then he started his lives a half an hour before I start my lives. So if everybody's over watching his lives, who's going to come over to my lives? One time in the whole 3 months I've had my channel, have I ever had more than 5 people? Well, actually, I've only had 5 people in my chat one time. All the time, it's either there's nobody here, or it's moles that don't comment, or there's only one person in chat. And a lot of times it's just my daughter or my son, but he won't say anything. I think the most views I've ever had on one of my lives was 12 people. There might have been one that was 28. I'm not sure. But I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm hurt. And I have a right to say that I'm hurt. And I'm not trying to call anybody out specifically. It's all content creators that I used to follow that started ignoring their chats and only talking. Some of them, not everybody. Brittany doesn't. Brittany talks to people that don't send super chats. But it's only the certain same people all the time. That's what I'm saying. It's the certain same people. They helped you and now you want more. I just want room. Give me an hour. Don't back up your lives to be before my lives to stop my lives from being able to be seen. You weren't going live, not you, but the content creators were not going live during the time I chose to have my lives until I told them that I was going live at that time. Then they backed their lives up and started their lives before mine. I feel like it was done on purpose to keep me from growing. That's how I feel. It hurts. You were not going, so-and-so was never went live before 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then all of a sudden, they started going live at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time because I said I was going to go live at 5:30. Why? When I emailed that content creator and asked them why, I never got a response. Oh my gosh. No, they didn't do it to you on purpose. Yes, he did. I feel like he did. The day I told him I was going to start my lives at 5:30 is the first time he ever went live at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time that I had seen. I feel like he did it on purpose. And then he got to where even if I was sending super chats, he wouldn't see my comments. It's like he just totally started ignoring me and I didn't exist anymore. Which is fine because he lost a subscriber. He pushed me out. And I feel like that's what Brittany's doing, is trying to push me out. Other content creators pushed me out because I'm just one person. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm not trying to be the center of attention. Please don't take it that way. But if I have something important to say, is usually the only time I tag the content creator is when I have something that's important to the case they are talking about. And I get ignored. Sometimes the mods will talk to me, which I appreciate. Sometimes other people in the chat will talk to me, which I appreciate. But my reason for going on there is the content creator. To be able to chat back and forth with the content creator about important things. The content creator doesn't see my emails or doesn't acknowledge my emails. There's only one content creator that I can send text messages to, and that content creator doesn't even see my text messages, so I don't send them anymore. What I'm saying is, what makes me less than you? What makes me less important than any of the other content creators? Why am I being ignored? We are all adults. We should get back to true crime if we're going to say we're a true crime channel. Stop the drama. Stop talking about the other creators that are talking about you and giving them ammunition. One content creator knows that several of the other channels bashes that channel, and that channel refuses to ignore or refuses to acknowledge those channels. And that content creator is not as stressed as the people. We all have something to say, man. This is a little disturbing. I'm sorry I'm disturbing you. I'm sorry why am I not important? Why is me being hurt not important? Can you tell me that? Do I not have a right to say that I'm hurt? Is that what you're telling me? Is that I do not have a right to say that I'm hurt? Can I ask for an apology? Can I ask to not be ignored? Can I ask for other other people that comment in the chat to not be ignored? I'm not just saying I'm the only one that's ignored. There's a lot of people whose comments never get seen. Now, I have company. My sister and my niece and my brother-in-law are in my house. I'm going to end my chat here. I've been on here for 2.5 hours. I've said my piece. I've said I'm hurt. I've tried to give advice about how to help you as other content creators not be hurt. And the last thing I want to say, thank you for listening if you've watched my channel. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I am hurt deep down in my core to the point where I don't try to do lives about true crime. And that's where I wanted to get started. I wanted to get started in true crime. I wanted to be part of the research. I wanted to be part of the team that cares about Sebastian Rogers. I wanted to be acknowledged by other content creators as being a content creator for true crime, and I'm not acknowledged as anything. I was actually told I didn't have a life here. Why? Why am I not important enough to be a true crime creator? Why am I not important enough to be a part of the people that you guys bounce ideas off of? Why is TikTok Julie able to come in here from TikTok and all of a sudden she's part of the people that's in the group that you guys bounce ideas off of? Why am I not important enough? As a content creator who loves research and loves to be helpful to other channels, why am I told I have no life here? I have no business here. Why? Why am I told that from mods in other people's channels? Why? Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. If I did hurt anybody, please accept my heartfelt apologies. Do something nice for someone, even if it's be the reason that they smile today. And have a great day.